Hi, Tana Marshall here with your Feel Good Friday message. Today, I want to continue talking about this inner clearing work that we're doing, specifically clearing blocks to money and how it works with law of attraction. Because I know there's some concern if you have been in the self-help world, studying law of attraction, doing affirmations for a while, you know that we're told, don't focus on negative emotions. You're going to attract what you're focusing on and delete, delete, cancel, cancel. But here's why it's necessary to look at this stuff and clear it out. Because if we have some kind of thought that pops into our mind that feels negative or doesn't feel good and we don't like it, and we go delete, 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 and we suppress it, that could go deep in our gut and cause some turmoil there that maybe we're aware of, maybe we're not. But it could also be vanished to your subconscious mind where it's still going to be there and it's going to sabotage your progress. So let's just use money as an example. If you say, I have $1 million, or if you want to, bring it down to something that maybe feels a little bit more reasonable, just, create a number that's larger than what your income is now or what you would like to have, but still feels reasonable. Like, I now have $100,000. I'm now making $100,000. If you have negative beliefs, they're going to be there going, nuh-uh, no, you don't. You can't do that because this happened, that person screwed you over, you mishandled your money here. There are all these things that could be lingering in the background that are going to sabotage your progress. So I want to point out that this work is not about dwelling on the negative. It's about noticing it so that you can then clear it out. And I'm going to keep using the phrase that Louise Hay does. You cannot clean your house until you know where the dirt is. And we all have dirt that's lingering in our subconscious, in our memories, in our bodies sometimes, in our belief systems. And all we want to do is uncover it and notice it and go, okay, I don't want that. And I see how that's holding me back. Let me clear that out. And I use tapping. There are other therapies and methods that you can do. There's also the emotion code where someone just does the clearing for you. You don't even need to know what your blocks are. But personally, I want to know what my blocks are so I can be conscious of them and clear them out and be on the lookout if something like that comes up in the future and could potentially create a new block. So if you're dwelling on the negative, that is focusing on something that you don't want, upset you, and then calling all your friends going, can you believe this happened to me? That's not this. That is dwelling on it. That's putting a lot of energy and focus on what you don't want. This is a much more gentle, positive practice of discovering what's there. And I've mentioned in a couple of past videos that I've had some stuff come up that I'm like, wow, I had no idea that was holding me back the way it was, but it was. And these weren't memories that are buried. They were just there. And it just, by doing this work and by doing the tapping, which helps give you clarity, by calming down your nervous system so that you can think more clearly and you're more open to inspiration and guidance and information that's trying to come to you, you get these aha moments where you go, oh my God, now I see how that was holding me back. And it's so valuable to have this insight so that you can then move forward. It just, because they are literally blocks. They're, if you're trying to make progress and you're not making progress with law of attraction and you're thinking this stuff doesn't work, this is why. You have something in there that's keeping you from moving forward because either you believe you can't have it, don't deserve it, or you've had a negative experience in the past that made you afraid to try to pursue it or to attract it. So you might be doing your affirmations and focusing on the surface and have a vision board with all kinds of pictures of the things that you want. But if there's some kind of negative belief or limiting belief that's lingering in the background, your efforts are going to be fruitless. And that's where a lot of people get frustrated. And I was talking to somebody recently who was going through a very rough time. And I shared this work. I'm doing this clearing work. I think it's incredibly valuable. Maybe it would help you with what you're going through. And this person was not in a good place and snapped at me like, I've already done the clearing work. It's done. And I thought, oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. But I just backed off because, they didn't want to hear it. And they just weren't in that space. And I do not like to give unsolicited advice, especially if people are like, back off. So that's their thing. And you have to want to do this work. You have to want to dig down and get to the bottom of why things are not manifesting for you. And money's just a great place to start because it leads to so many other deeper issues. But it could also be a relationship with your ideal partner. It could be a career path or a promotion at a job or moving to a certain place, finding your dream home. It applies to anything that you want to be attracting. If it's not happening, there's something there that you might want to uncover so that you can then clean the dirt out of your emotional, spiritual, energetic self so that your energy runs more clear and that your affirmations and your intentions and your goals and your dreams then have more power to move forward and bring that stuff to you that you've been saying that you want. So I just wanted to clarify because I know this can be confusing to some people and it's comes up a lot in the tapping world because I think, why are we focusing on the negative? I don't want to focus on the negative. And it's kind of like going, la, 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 it's all positive, it's all good, la, la, la. And you can't do that. You've got to look at this stuff to know what's there. And then you can tap. And like I said, my preferred method of clearing is tapping, So, let's just quickly use the thing that I discovered was, the issue of when I was 15, I lost my grandmother's engagement ring. 2 weeks later, I was diagnosed with lupus. So I always thought there was a correlation between those two, but I didn't realize that that one experience was affecting everything in my life, from relationships to jobs to car accidents to money issues, that it created a limiting belief that I lost this ring, so I don't deserve to have anything good coming to me in any way, shape, or form. That was incredibly powerful. So, who knows what's lurking in your subconscious, in your memory, in your history that might be holding you back? Wouldn't you like to know what that is so that you can go, okay, I get it. That makes sense. Because it's also enlightening and it gives you more power. Knowledge is power. So, when you look for these blocks so that you can clear them, you have more knowledge about why things are happening for you and how they're coming about because of that stuff that you've now uncovered and cleared out. Doesn't that feel good? I mean, I love this work because I always want to be knowing what is holding me back, if something's holding me back. Now, if everything's going smoothly in your life and working perfectly and you're happy, you probably don't have to worry about any blocks. But it's work that really continues our whole life. Even Louise Hay, who is 90 years old, is still clearing stuff out. There's a video of her and Nick Ortner doing a tapping session about something from her childhood that was still causing her physical pain. So this work is never done. And I don't say that to stress you out and make you feel like, oh my God, it's never going to be done. It's just look at it as you're always a work in progress. We're always going to be learning and growing and changing. And I think it's fascinating. It makes me feel excited about life, knowing that there's always more to learn, not only out there as far as information and inspiration, but there's always more to uncover within myself that I can clear out that's going to leave me more open and receptive to the things that I want to attract and create into my life. So I want you to have that same power and just be kind of curious, like, what is it? What's holding me back? And I'm curious to know what it is. And once you know, then you have the power to clear it, move through it, and then be open to attract what you want. So I just hope that that helps give you some clarity and alleviate some fear about focusing on the negative, because you're not really focusing on it. You're just observing it and going, that's interesting. Let's get rid of that. I don't want that. And it empowers you. So I want to be empowered and I want to be enlightened. And that's what this work is all about. And so I am devoting this entire year, obviously I said it's a work in progress. It never ends. But this year specifically, I'm working with Margaret Lynch and her book and her practices, Tapping into Wealth. And it's been an incredible journey so far. And I'm hoping that you're joining me on that journey because I want to be here and support you with that. And think of all the things we're going to look back on at the end of the year and go, wow, I created this and I cleared that and I feel better. And look at my life is so different. And look at what I attracted. Look at what I allowed in because I cleared that stuff out that was blocking all of it from coming to me. So I just want you to have that same clarity. And so I'm going to continue on this path, on this subject matter, and bring more information and tools for you to help you continue the clearing and to help you make your intentions and your goals more powerful so that you can attract what you want more easily from a clear space that feels really, really good. So I want to thank you for joining me again this week. I really, really appreciate you being here. And I always appreciate your feedback and your comments. And thank you, Monique. This is from Monique because she voiced this last week. So I just really wanted to address this in case any of you were having the same kind of concerns about, oh, I'm focusing on the negative. You're not focusing on the negative. You're just noticing so that you can then get rid of it, clear it out. And knowledge is power. Once you know what's going on, you can clear it out. Then you're more powerful to create what you want. So let's do it together. I'm excited to do it. I want to support you in doing it. So thank you for joining me here again this week. And remember to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be on the mailing list and get these videos before anyone else, jump over to my website, TanaMarshall.com. Join the mailing list. You'll get a special note from me every Friday and a free gift. And there's Lovey. Hi, Lovey. Hi, Lovey. She's been dwelling here, right? Dwelling. She's been hovering next to my computer the whole time. So I'm glad she didn't disrupt us. So thank you for joining me. Let's continue this work. Keep up the good work. I'm here to support you. Leave me comments. I'm here for you if you need me. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time.